Hello, my name is Don and welcome to episode 38 of Follow, my Football Manager Let's Play with Rangers. Today we have the first game back after January. It is the Inverness Caley Thistle game at home. I think this is the first time we've had Inverness Caley in the Let's Play. I might be incorrect in saying that, but if it has, it's been a good couple of seasons. We're going to the schedule first. The last game we had was obviously Man City, if I remember correctly. Since then, we beat Hearts 3-1, Rudden, Morrison and Posibon all on the score sheet. Nice to see a few goals going in. Then we drew 2-2 to Hamilton. A little disappointing with that one. Rudden and Ozturk on the score sheet before they got an 88th minute equaliser. Very frustrating stuff. Then we had Celtic and a 4-3 victory, a stunning game. We were struggling in this game, and then I brought on Vasilis and the game just changed. Vasilis was phenomenal in this game and he put a very big claim in for me not letting him out in January, but I'd already made up my mind that he was sort of going to go at that point. Kelly Scurlin also on the score sheet, if you remember him, he was a player we had on loan a couple of seasons ago. He's on loan at Celtic now. Then we had Aberdeen, another strong result, a 4-2 win. A late brace from George's Kevin Nkadu to win us the game. In fact, we were actually 2-1 down before Zach Run scored before that as well, so it was a really good comeback there. Then we had a couple of friendlies. The first one we went to the Stade Velodrome in Marseille, where we played Marseille. Not too worried about the result. This was just sort of to keep fitness up, maybe give someone else some game time. Obviously I don't do the friendlies, but nonetheless I thought it would be good to just go there and have a friendly. And then we played Gallifreydine Rovers, who we beat 4-0. Again, a few other players getting game time. Joe Gomez at right back for some reason. I don't know why the assistant manager played him there, but nonetheless he did. But 4-0 win, fairly routine. Gallifreydine Rovers is actually a team Rangers have a feeder club or affiliate link with in real life. It's not shown in the game right now for some reason. I've posted on forums about it, but that's why I went for Gallifreydine Rovers over anyone else. Then we had Kilmarnock, we won 2-1. Zach Rudden and Ravel Morrison scoring before Liam Boyce pulled one back. Barry Mackay also missing a penalty in that game. Then we had Hibs, frustrating 1-1 draw. I felt we should have won this game, to be honest. We were absolutely rampant, and then in the time they scored was just a counter attack, and unfortunately went in. And then we had the Scottish Cup where we lost 3-1 to Dundee United. I played a very weak team here. I just see Goosam in there, Lewis Navarro in there, Sam Nicholson in over Barry Mackay, Dominic Iorfa got his debut. A lot of changes in this game that maybe wouldn't have been a standard team, but I kind of wanted to give other players run-outs at a competitive level, see what they could do. Joe Gomez had an absolute howler, unfortunately. That leaves the league table looking like this. We're a point behind Hibs with a 10 goal difference worse. We are better goal difference than anyone else in the league though, so that's positive. Hibs have just had an absolute stormer of a season. We do have the top goal scorer on Zach Run though, which is good. Ravel Morrison also repaying his fee with a lot of assists. Chesney up there with the clean sheets, and not only half the clean sheets of Lazzarini, who is the Hibs goalkeeper of course though. And then we've got two players equal second for player of the match, and Rossiter sadly up there for yellow cards. So frustrating stuff, but I feel like this title is still winnable. We do have a game in hand to Hibs and we're a point behind, so we play Inverness here, which would be our game in hand of course, so we can go 2 points clear today with a win. Let's hope. I'm going to go pick my team and I'll see you in the game. Okay, so we're just going back into the game now. Media predicting that we'll win. Bookies also predicting that we'll win, so that's positive stuff. Nkadu deemed as our key player, which isn't surprising. PSV made a couple of bids for him on loan in January. They're talking about wanting to buy him. It's the sort of top target thing that they've got. The feature that I tried to use to get a couple of players earlier in the season. I think Jason Cummins was one of them. And Owen from Williams, the goalkeeper, is their key player. Team wise, James Tavernier is suspended, so Dominic Iorfa retains his place. I've decided to give Joe Gomez another go. Liam Ozturk there as well, and Leighton Baines returns at left back. Chesney in goal. Rossiter and Lorenko both come in midfield. Mackay returns. Morrison and Nkadu there as well, and Rudden also returns. Looks like a fairly defensive 4-4-2 from Inverness Caley. Not surprising. We are a fairly decent goal scoring team, and they're a team that's struggling in the league. From Williams in goal, Schultz and Fanchon at fullback, Holt and Brad Mackay at in defence, Shaw and Tansey on the wings, Polworth and Draper in the midfield, Dumboya and Lawrence Shankland up top. So we need a result here. A win takes us top. Am I going to tell me exactly that? It's not worked. So let's go with the I have some faith. That's not working either. At least we've got a few greens now. So into the game we go. I better make sure I reduce this. I watched the Wraith game, which was yesterday in game time, because they were playing part of Thistle. We have 4 or 5 players out on loan to those two teams combined. According to the media, I was there to watch Stuart Brannigan, who isn't even on my short list, which I thought was a bit laughable, and I've had so many loan players on in the game. It's one of the things I like to do is go and watch loan players. I'll put it right up to the fastest highlight speed though, and I like to do the same and go and watch the youth team sometimes as well, just because I think it helps encourage their development, encourages them, their happiness. And Barry Mackay swings it in for the league's top goal scorer Zach Runn, and we are now top of the league, provisionally of course, because we've still got 80 minutes left to play. But Barry Mackay down the wing, and a lovely driven ball in, and the defenders don't read it and run him with a tap in. That was kind of like the 3 goals that we conceded against Dundee United in the Scottish Cup in the last game. I didn't really go into them, but it was literally just 3 goals where they've just crossed it in and a defender's just left a man dead for no reason, and he's had all 3 times it was just simple tap-ins, just kind of like that. Nkadu going past a few men though here, and he's found Barry Mackay, who got the assist, and that's 2-0 after 13 minutes. Very good move there, very good play from Nkadu. He's going to command a big fee if I sell him, purely because of his importance to the team right now. I think it'd take us a lot of money to replace him. I'm not that impressed with Sam Nicholson. I think he scored against Hibs, and it's just like his first goal for the club in a year. Not really, as that run scores a second. The keeper really should have done better there. We'll take it though. 17 minutes in, we're 3-0 up. But yeah, basically I'm not impressed with Sam Nicholson. I spent so much money. I was scouting him for a long time. I was so impressed with how he played against us in a number of games, and he's not delivered. He scored 1 goal in a year, competitively anyway, and for me that just is not acceptable for a player that you spend £3 million on, when you consider what the other wingers and inside forwards that we've had in the team in that time have got. In fact, including even Ryu, who's now obviously away, done very, very good for us as well. And this is okay, I was literally about to say that's 4, but it's not. Got a corner though. Don't think I've actually scored from a corner since I done my corner tutorial, which is a bit frustrating. So maybe the AI have adjusted to how I take corners. Maybe I need to come up with something a little bit different for a little while and then go back to that. It definitely was successful, as you would have seen from last season, and well, even previous seasons. I scored a fair few from corners, and I've used that tactic for the whole time that I've been at Rangers. So the AI maybe is starting to adjust to it. So just bear that in mind if you use my corner tutorial for your set pieces, that the AI might adjust to it eventually, and you maybe need to change some things. So I need to address that. I need to go and have a look and see what we can change. But it's 3-0 at half time. I'm just going to tell them to guard against complacency, and I'm just going to say that I'm delighted with Run. He's got an 8.7, so he deserves that, but he's now looking fired up instead of being stressed, so that's a very positive thing. But yeah, Sam Nicholson, he maybe hasn't had the game time that other players have had, but he's had more than enough game time to get a couple of goals and prove himself, and that's the reason why he's not had game times, because he isn't proving himself to me. And it's concerning that I've spent £3 million on a player that hasn't proven himself after a year. Even the guys I've spent money on in the past that have been in the fringes of the team have at least done something. The other thing to note is Christian Norberg has been promoted to the bench. I've had him in the first team for a little while, playing with the reserve team, with the youth team, sorry, and I watched some quite a lot, as I said, and I've been very, very impressed with his performances, and I felt just getting him into a matchday squad was earned by him, to be honest. I'm actually going to bring Lewis Navarro on in the attacking midfield role. I brought James McArthur on earlier on just because Rossiter was on a yellow. I'm trying to see any other way we can change things, because Iorfa is tiring, Ozturk's tiring, Lorenko's tiring. Because I've brought Rossiter on, I can't really. In fact, Milner could probably do that role. So we'll give him a shot there, see how he does. He definitely has had game time, Milner. Still obviously needs to get up to match fitness. When I had him on trial, I had him playing with the under-20s. And to get him fitness on the basis of I was looking to sign him if he reduced his wage demands. And he did. So, but the first couple of games, I've just not been that impressed with him, to be honest. And I just felt Rossiter's still the better option. Of course, he offers all the tutoring benefits that Rossiter maybe isn't quite there for yet. And I'm hoping this is a pointless highlight. I've spoke hardly anything about this game, trying to cover all the stuff that's going on in the save right now. But it looks like a comfortable 3-0 win, which will send us top of the league. I think we've got a couple of players on loan at Inverness Caley as well, so maybe this is a slightly weaker Inverness Caley team than what other teams maybe have to play, and obviously they're still down at the bottom of the league. So 3-0 we win here. I'm just going to say that's a good win. Lots of green, that is good. 20 shots, 10 on target, that's a decent ratio. But finally we go top of the league. Ozturk trigger, close to triggering a clause. I'm wondering if I've got a buyout for that. Clauses out. Ozturk, nope. The thing that I need to mention is I tried to do a tutorial for these buyouts using this save. I'm going to do a tutorial, it might be out after this. In fact, it'll be out before this, but I triggered, in that tutorial, I had one for in, and it was for Lewis McLeod. He's worth about 7.5 million, something like that, and it was 10% sell-on fee. He's been at Brentford that whole time, and we're offering me 1.22 million, which means he would have to be sold for 12.25 million for me even to not benefit from taking that. So I took that, so we took $1 million from that. So Nkadu buyout clause, this might be worth triggering, to be honest, because 700k. I'm going to give that until the summer though and see if PSV make a move, because there's no point in us triggering that we're not going to trigger. But I was kind of hoping there'd be one for Ozturk there, so we could maybe buy out of it and save a bit of money. Sadly, that's not the case. Anyway guys, that will be the end of this episode. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked, a like and subscribe is always appreciated, and I will hopefully catch you all next time.